I can make titles now! Ah, welcome viewers to another episode of Let's Play Satan for the PC with me, Bezlonir. So we were just in, what's the name of this place? It was in my head. Porto Draco. Not to be confused with Porto Vallum. I don't know, how's this a port? It's kind of on a river, I guess. That makes sense. Ferries crossing, I guess. Is there a bridge and stuff? Anyway, we're going down to the thing for the main quest. Yeah, I could just shoot these guys with like my stuff, but you know, whatever. So we're going down to advance the main quest. As far as I noticed, it does appear that there are now higher level mobs in this area. So that's pretty good. That makes this a pretty decent area to go out, wander around, and get some XP. There's a couple of reasons why I would say that the area that we're about to go to is not the greatest place to get to go and grind for XP. And I guess for gear, the only real problem with the place is that it's kind of far from a vendor. If I'm gonna grind, I like to grind close to a vendor. That way, especially with doing it on a horse, you're sort of forced to pick everything up. So it's nice to be able to get to a vendor pretty fast.
Hey!
Okay, I was a little confused at which part of this I was at. This is very odd. Okay, what else? That's right, we were already betrayed.
Do you want to pass? And you have no papers from Baron de Mordry? Then we must eliminate you.
That was some
Hey!
painful dialogue.
Using the everlasting
Anyway, they're
power
gonna
of the
die.
forest, I shall easily overcome
even
foes
tried
like
a little
you.
harder than that. So we get some gauntlets. Oh, this guy's still alive. I thought everybody was dead. I just assumed they would have self-selected, voluntarily died by then. I don't know. So yeah, this area I wouldn't necessarily recommend. For one thing, it's pretty far away. These goblins are actually pretty decent to grind, because I think you might be able to see at this point there's a lot of undead over here. And these guys are kind of like fighting each other. I think there was some undead in that group. Not entirely
Oh,
sure.
dog. Ah!
Yeah, this area gets a little bit more difficult because it does force you to fight a lot of large mob packs. No, I don't want you to go pick up the stuff that's further away. I want to pick up... Alright, I'm just gonna make her go off the... Make her get off her horse. Get off your high horse. And go pick that up. And that still aggravates me because it doesn't make any sense. You're doing the same thing when you pick up all and when you pick up like one thing. So
Ah!
I don't appreciate too much having to make a separate thing
You have taken your time to come and fight, but your delaying has
to
only made
like
things worse.
be forced to get
Now
off my
die!
horse to pick up one thing. But at the same time, I'm going so far, I can't pick up everything like by itself. So yeah, here's some more of the undead. Now the problem with them, they're fine and everything. It's like they're hard to fight. It's just that they keep getting up again and again and again, and like you never know when you're killing them whether or not they already died once or whatever. So you know, are you gonna get XP from them?
Forgive my
That's
hardness.
kind of up in the air. Yeah, my multiple shot is pretty close to getting wait, no, god damn it. See, I'm trying to press A to pick up my loot. It's making me go all over the damn place. Yeah, it's not appreciated. Alright, oh boy. So we got a nice big mob pack here. We'll just press multiple shot. And we'll get these guys with some penetrating arrows. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, it's usually, like, because of the way that works, it's best if you can maybe see that coming so you can activate some of that stuff from a distance, but yeah, so we'll be filling up on some skeleton skulls here. That's kind of cool. But one thing I did off screen, I kind of cranked out my gear a little bit by throwing in a couple extra rings there. I just found some good rings by jumping back and forth between vendors to renew their inventories. And so that cranked up my damage a little bit by socketing them. And to me it's worth it because they only cost like 2,000 or 3,000. When I go to re-socket those runes, I'll just pull out the vampire rune or lose the ring. You know, I can always just surf the vendor for another good ring or whatever. You know, it's no problem. So a lot of these skeleton skulls you're gonna find may well be pretty low level things, and yeah, because this is so far away from town, I don't really find it to be useful to like fight everything or explore all the way. I figure you just kind of like kill what you gotta kill and get through the area. I like those seeking missiles. Combine that with the unicorn, and it keeps you from having to deal with one of the things that can be annoying about these games, which is like when you have to hunt down a lot of these little mobs that like to run around and stuff. And like one thing about if you're just shooting regular arrows at mobs, you can press, I think in this game it's control, and you'll stand there and shoot, which actually I seem to have, well at first I seemed to have a really slow shot. But if you're using a special attack, in order to get it to go off, you have to actually be targeting something. I can't just press it over here and launch one out. Some special attacks may not work that way, but the one that I'm using at the moment does, so that's nice, you know. And I guess it's about time to stop and launch off some arrows, kill some more guys. One thing about these arrows, I like to target distant targets, because if it hits something before it gets to that target, it'll just hit the closer target anyway. So it's sort of a smart missile like that. So I prefer to use that to my advantage. I figure why bother targeting everything, you know, just target the far away thing, because like I said, it has to be on something in order to shoot. So the good thing about stuff that's far away from you is it tends to be like a ranged thing that just stands there, you know, like that's the whole thing, is like trying to target something that's like running around and stuff when you have to click on it is annoying. That's one reason why I often thought that these games would be possibly a little more fun to play on a console. It doesn't rely on mouse targeting. You can just do like target lock and stuff. Honestly, being forced to use a mouse too much in a game is not really fun. A mouse isn't a very like good input device for gaming. I don't think, anyway. I mean, different people have their opinions. Yeah, so I think as I predicted, I think our minions died. In fact, I'm not even sure my unicorn is still alive. I'm gonna have to resummon. Wow, all that time, our unicorn finally died. Okay. Well, thankfully I can resummon him from the horse. I cannot believe our unicorn died. Sniff, sniff. I don't know. Did the game? I thought I noticed that there's like a difficult jump.
My life is drawing to a close. Fetch me water. The mules have.
I will hurry to find a source of
so
life for you.
now you have to go get some water that's at this little place to the south a bit. me check on the time. I think we should be doing alright. There's a bunch of zombies you gotta kill here. Zombies appear to have a little bit more HP than skeletons, but they're not exactly hard. We'll see how long my unicorn lasts this time. I could easily pump some runes into it. I just, you know, wasn't sure. Oh boy, so we have a little mob pack here. I wasn't sure if
And
it would
now,
be the
you
best
who are
thing to
known
do
as
or
the
not.
leader of a pack of rabid mongrels, I'm going to lay you low.
These guys are definitely stronger than the things we were fighting before. Actually, not paying attention to it. What were they, like level 28? Or like 25, so... yeah, it's pretty strong. Let's see if this... yeah, okay, good. I was hoping that she would actually pick up the things I wanted her to pick up. Oh, God. Yeah, so that's a good example. Like, we did that. And, we killed that... did that. How descriptive of you, Bezlonir. We clicked on that... we killed that skeleton, and we did not get XP from it because it had already died once. But we got XP from that guy.
Which horrible deeds
So
can
yeah, it's, you just never know how many of the guys you kill are gonna give you XP and that sort of thing. So makes it sort of not ideal. So now we have to go back to Masquerel. I think when I feel like I've come to a point where I want to do some more exploration videos, I might do an exploration video in this area. There's really not much to comment on here. As far as I know, I've never explored this area, so I don't know how much there is to see, really. You know what I'm saying? I'd be impressed if you knew what I was saying, because I don't think I know what I'm saying. I love critical hits, man. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe our unicorn died again. Wow, so we must have hit a difficulty spike, huh? He's still on regen, in fact. Well, I have no way of getting regen back on him. I guess I don't really need him that bad, but I mean, it's kind of nice to have him around. Wow. Well, I guess we're gonna have to... that'll be my next project, just pumping some points into the unicorn. But I had a feeling he was gonna kind of reach a point where his usefulness tailored off. One problem is I can't really, like, if he's gonna be dying, I can't really do too much with him because he's his regen time is tied to my magic regen because it's technically a magic spell. So I can't really cut down his regen time. So, I mean, if he's gonna be getting killed, there's not much I can do for him. But I guess I could throw 3 or 4 runes at it. I think my only concern was that maybe I might hit some issues with whether or not it would allow my minion to be that high level in this level of difficulty.
Using
So
the
we'll see whether or
everlasting
not
power
that's
of the
an issue.
forest, I shall easily overcome foes like you.
Yeah.
Ah!
Those arrows. Penetrating arrows, I like them. Okay. So I think maybe we can get our unicorn back now. I like having a unicorn travel with me, you know? I mean, come on, man. Who wasn't wanted to have a unicorn travel with them? It is also possible that he just goes so slow. I think it's the AI. I think it's the way the AI works. I don't think it's a level thing. I think it's just because the AI is incapable of getting the idea that we don't want to fight these guys. We're just trying to like run past. So he's like, "I got you, bro. I'm gonna take all these guys on. All these guys at once." And you're like, "Whoa, slow down on the homoeroticism, buddy. We're not doing that. We're just trying to run through." He's like, "Oh, I'm surrounded by dogs. I hate this. I'm gonna stay right here. till all these dongs are no longer a threat. And you're like, oh man, Mr. Ed, I never knew. Yeah. I don't know, man. What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear from me? Like something more sophisticated? I don't know. I can't play in these things, so I don't know. Wow. Yeah, so I think that's the reason we lost our unicorn, and he's a long ways from coming back. So what we have to do now is go over to this mansion, this manor, and talk to somebody there. They're gonna be a dick, and no, that's not true. That's not true. They're not gonna be a dick. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to deceive you. I merely forgot a certain detail of this thing. But oh boy. In the meantime, perhaps. Oh. Sorry, I was just drinking a spot of coffee there because I have it here with me. Now I understand. Alright, so what's happening there is that, let's see, I'm going to raise my constitution up a little bit. I don't want to neglect my defense too much. But I seen this happen with that other guy, the one who died even though nothing hit him. He apparently didn't learn the rules of childhood games. But when sometimes they get too far away or something, and the game drops them. But when you get back off your horse, they appear again. So our unicorn didn't die. It's
You have
all right.
survived de Mordry's treachery.
I still might
Escort me to
some more
Tyre
points into
Castle,
him.
where we will find Prince Valor. Yes, he
Yes,
has
he
told me about you before the battle at Wyvern Pass. He is still alive, although it is said that he was killed in slaughter after Baron de Mordry doubled...
Anyway.
Not to worry, Baroness Villia.
That was something a little
Our
unique,
bows will
like,
sing together while we travel through the woods of my old homeland.
NPC voice actor that didn't read the text like tediously slow to where they're not even a quarter of the way into like the text and you're already finished reading it like yourself and you're just like, okay, alright, get on with it, let's go. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. So shoulder guards on this character pretty much can guarantee. Okay, I'm pressing the A key, but my character doesn't want to pick up that loot. Good job being buggy again, game. Trying to find these guys to target them. Okay.
And now I'm going to show you what happens
I
when you
really
hit
like
a
this ability. It's something to be said for like the ability. It's just amusing to watch. It's fun to use. Those are the best kinds of abilities in these games, and that's gonna probably as much as the effectiveness of the class in a minimalistic sense. I think that should be kind of what
Your end
determines
is a
what
certainty now.
sort of class you decide to play. You know, I think if a game allows you to do that, like they're all at least effective enough. You know, but you could do something that's satisfying, amuses you. You know, that's good. That's good. So, one thing about this chick, she is an archer, so she should benefit from this. Yeah, that's a little better than what she had. She sort of had her own stock bow that she came with, but it weren't great. I think we'll hit up the vendor on our way. We are about to embark on a rather long portion.
Hey!
Well, I don't know if it's
Terrible
a long
mistake.
portion, but a decent-sized portion where we won't have access to all that much shitty accommodations. Welcome to Shitty Walk. Yeah. Once again, another reference that didn't really play. That was South Park reference. Oh, you know what I was thinking of doing? Not for an LP, but just for my own amusement. I was thinking of trying to do a purely magic-based wood elf, only using her magic skills and trying to go for magic regen. So I just don't know necessarily how that would work, but I think it'd be interesting to see how far I could take it. And I guess also, you know, how would it work? I mean, literally, like, how would it function? Oh, this is, so that's an axe from that guy. I guess I just I'm gonna sell the skulls that aren't as good. Hang on to those two. Oh, come on, man. See, look, like, why'd that have to be regeneration spells? If that was regeneration special moves, that'd be so amazing. Like, what do I have on my gun? None. But although this doesn't have a... Alright, it's just I can't use that. Because I don't want to lose that life steal, but this is pretty good. 19 protection. That doesn't really have anything. Those are just there for the sake of being there. Alright. I want to find, definitely want to find better gloves that aren't, like, bad. Those are just kind of placeholders. What I want to find is, a pair of gloves that have regen and a gem socket. That way I don't have to give up my, let's see, that's not that great. That way I don't have to give up my, oh, damn. Wow, if only that had more regeneration special move, that's a pretty good bow. Yeah, I do a lot of just hopping between vendors to see if there's anything good there, but one good thing to look for at the vendors is rings. Because you can buy rings pretty cheap for socketing, and I've come to feel if you have the space, it's pretty easy and cheap to amp up your damage a bit by just buying some rings at the vendor and turning them in. So let's go ahead and hop off. Go to the blacksmith, take the gems out of this gear that I'm carrying around that's old. That way I can stop carrying it around. I might even just throw it on the ground. I don't even care about selling it that much. Just tired of carrying it with me. There was no gem with that. That wasn't the issue. Well, we'll come to a vendor eventually. I'll just arrange my inventory a little bit. We'll sell these things later. I'm trying to think if there's a NPC or really anything like that that we come across that we might want that for. Nothing comes to mind. Oh, okay, yeah, I know where I need to go right now. But let me see. Might be... Yeah, we got a few minutes left. It's getting to be close to time to wrap up my video. So those guys are Demordrian rednecks. I don't make these things up. Hey y'all, watch this. Yeah.
Terrible mistake.
So I think we're like level 25 now. We're making progress on level 26, so that's all good in its own way. Ooh, multi-hit. Is that one thing I like to watch for in these? Oh yeah. Okay, that's one thing I was looking for. So those gems have the regeneration special. Why did you run over to
And
me?
now I'm going to show you what happens when you hit a lady.
I just don't understand. Okay. Okay, fire off those arrows. Alright. That killed him pretty fast. Gauntlets of the Gods. When something is of the gods, it has that modifier. Like, I don't see any real consistency with the names of stuff and the properties of them, but I think... Yeah, I just... never mind. I don't. I have no fucking clue. As far as I can tell, there's actually no real standard for that, which is just stupid, but what are you gonna do? I guess... Okay, so now we go up in this direction.
Terrible mistake.
Our task over here is to take this chick who's kind of like the prince's sister or something. I think she's the princess. And we gotta go take her to the prince who's hiding out in the woods. So, yeah, we're going down this like narrow path. Narrow dirt road, you know. you could do some exploring out around here or whatever. I don't think there's really much to be seen. It's just a long winding road. A long winding road, kind of like the intestines. You know how they say they're like the intestines are like miles long or something like that. Unless they don't say that, in which what are you talking about? I didn't say the intestines. That's stupid. God, what kind of idiot would think that? Jeez. What do you take me for, honestly? Come on, I went to school and stuff. Whatever the right answer is, that's what I said. Let's just keep that in mind, okay? Thanks. Bear in mind at all times, me wrong is something that does not compute. I learned that growing up. Yes, do as I do,
Come
not
back.
as I say.
I won't
That's
hurt
what
you.
I learned from my
Well,
parents.
that's a lie, but...
Doo-doo. And other alliterations, assonances, things of that nature, silly little sayings that are very annoying but were always said. Like the water thing, I think I related that before, you know. Very odd, because I think my dad was talking the other day, and I realized I think he's functionally illiterate or something, which is something I totally forgot. He basically never reads books. It's so weird to me. That's so off the beaten path from who I am. So it's just very strange sometimes to think about where I come from. I don't know. It's so not where I am. Like, I guess it's mind-boggling. I don't know. What do you say to all these things? Those are your parents. Can't do anything about it unless you're like in Back to the Future or something. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and save now. We're getting pretty much towards the end of this LP episode. So, I guess I'm gonna have to say this is Bezlonir signing out of another episode. Man, my mouth is just marble madness right now. Yeah, I'm signing out of another episode of Let's Play Sacred for the PC, so I'll see you next time, viewers. Thanks for joining me.